Hello very much. I love you, New Hampshire. I'm thrilled to be back in the home of first in the nation. You know who kept you first in the nation? Steve? It's Trump. And she ain't doing too good either. She's down very low. She's down very low, but we'll finish it off. This could end it. Get the big vote, it ends it. This could end it. We end it. And then we can focus on the worst president. Then we can focus on Biden and his thugs. But that's all he was doing. And now he's backing a woman that I know very well, a woman that is not capable of doing this job. I know her very well. She's not tough enough. She's not smart enough. And she wasn't respected enough. She cannot do this job. She's not going to be able to deal with President Xi. She's not going to be able to deal with Putin and Kim Jong-un and all of the people the very fine people you have to deal with. And she will not be able to do the job. You have people that put America last. And Nikki is somebody that puts America last. And like I said, she was okay, but she is not presidential timber. Now, when I say that, that probably means that she's not going to be chosen as the vice president. You know, you can go. But if you think that Ron DeSanctimonious becomes president or Nikki becomes president, if you think that they become, I'm trying not to use that name because that name's a little rough, I think, but if you think that Nikki becomes president, if you think that they don't go after her, Steve, they go after her so viciously and she would be out of it so fast, she's not going to fight like we fight.
Do you think that the attacks that Trump is waging against you are racist? I mean, look, I'll let people decide what he means by his attacks. What we know is, look, he's clearly insecure. If he goes and does these temper tantrums, if he's going and spending millions of dollars on TV, he's insecure. He knows that something's wrong. I don't sit there and worry about whether it's personal or what he means by it. At the end of the day, we're focused on the fact that we got to get our economy back on track. We got to get our kids reading again. We've got to secure this border once and for all. And he says, I don't want to secure the border. I passed the toughest illegal immigration law in the country. And President Obama sued me over it. So I know what it means to secure a border. I knew what it meant to keep South Carolinians safe. He didn't do the same thing. So let's start talking about what's real. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yep, that's okay. Better busy than But I think it's really important that we acknowledge the fact that I don't mind if people hit me. This is politics. For me, it's not personal. What I do say is you have a responsibility to tell the truth. So you can't have either Trump or Biden say something that's not accurate without saying it's not accurate. So when Biden says the economy's the best it's ever been, that's not accurate. And when Trump says that I'm trying to kill Social Security, that is a lie. He said it over and over again. You need to call him out on it. Hello, how are you? So good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, we're going to keep on doing it. We have a country to save. Got to get it done. Just tell everybody you know to come out on Tuesday. We'll be able to do this. I love that. Good. Good to see you. Thanks for taking the time.
Governor, what is your closing argument in New Hampshire or for New Hampshire voters?
I think the closing argument is, look, Americans deserve better. Americans deserve better than what the options are. You've got Biden and Trump both distracted with investigations, both distracted with other things that aren't about how to make Americans' lives safer and better quality of life. You've got both of them talking about the past, talking about things that have happened to them in the past, about vengeance, about all these other things. I want to talk about the future and what we're going to do to make our lives better. There is a way forward for all of us to leave this chaos, to leave the investigations, to leave the senior citizens that are trying to run D.C. and get back to where we can start having a country that we can be proud of. That's what I'm focused on. I think the people of New Hampshire want it. I've been tough, I've been a fighter, and we're going to keep on fighting until the very end. Good to see you guys. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. So good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, we're going to keep on doing it. We have a country to save. Got to get it done. Just tell everybody you know to come out.
Donald Trump is escalating personal attacks on Nikki Haley based on her given name. Haley is the daughter of Indian immigrants. She was born in Bamberg, South Carolina in 1972, and they named her Nimrata Nikki, both her legal names. But Trump has seized on Nimrata, as have some other conservatives in social media and online in forums, to mock Haley and to add to Trump's suggestion that she's not a natural-born citizen and thus would not be eligible to serve. He spent years on social media, on Fox News, as perhaps one of the lead voices in what we called the birther movement, the idea that Barack Obama was not a natural-born citizen and not eligible to be president of the United States. Trump built his credentials with conservatives, blasting the nation's first black president with these suggestions that he was not born a citizen of the United States. And now he's recycling that kind of idea about Nikki Haley, who, like Barack Obama, is a child of immigrants, has a name that reflects her heritage, but absolutely was born a natural-born citizen in the United States.
As you probably know, Nikki Haley is counting on Democrats to think of that. She's
The fact that he is attacking Haley more aggressively clearly has to do with her being the most viable alternative. That doesn't mean he isn't still the overwhelming favorite for the nomination at this point. The Iowa results certainly prove that he is.
Feeling more than anything is they're a little nervous. Like it's just that uneasiness that they feel. And so what I'll tell you is I think that the reason they're feeling uneasy.
It's difficult to paint a broad brush on how the Republican Party or Republicans on their ground are reacting to something like this, because wherever Trump is concerned, it's the nature of his candidacy and his popularity that he has such a loyal core that either believes in everything he says or at least will excuse the things he says.
To vote in the Republican primary. Why does he allow independents and liberals to vote in this is about Republicans.
The people in the middle are perhaps most important to the kind of coalition that Ambassador Haley is trying to build. How they react to this will be telling, and whether it allows her to say, hey, this is what I've been warning you about when I call him an agent of chaos and he's presiding over chaos. This is just one more example.
100 points because Ron DeSanctimonious just dropped out of the race, and he's the only one that tried to challenge him.
This is not new for Donald Trump. He's been on the stage long enough as a public figure, as a candidate, and then as president, for everyone, including the people running against him, including everyone in his party, to know what they're getting.
I think that's amazing. She did a great job here as governor in South Carolina. I think she'd make a fine president. Well, I was a Trump supporter, but I think he speaks a little too much, and I think it's time for a change from him and Biden. And I think a Nikki Haley, a Ron DeSantis ticket would be an amazing ticket.
Go for it, Nikki. If you could beat Donald Trump, I'll be happy.
Go for it, Nikki. You did a great job in South Carolina. You did a great job at the UN. Love to get you in the White House.